Welcome to Fred Taylor Park in Whenuapai for the ASB Premiership Round 14 clash between the minor premiers Waitakere United and semi-finalists Canterbury United. Now take a look back on some of the highlights. 6 minutes in, Nick Waitakere ball to the near post was cut out by Brian Shelley. He had to do so because Ashley Wellborn was lurking just behind him. Then 8 minutes in, the penalty decision. Ball hooked in here by Louis Bush. And Russell Camo, sorry, this was the Russell Camo attempted header. Just out of his reach. And Danny Robinson was forced into a good one-handed save. Now from this resulting corner, a penalty was awarded and Aaron Clapham thrashed it beyond Danny Robinson. No hope for the Waitakere goalkeeper with that piece of skill from Aaron Clapham. 1-0 Canterbury United. 11th goal of the season for Clapham. Sheer power from the All Whites midfielder with that execution. 21 minutes in, Tim Myers getting this ball, taking on Ken Yamamoto. Nice little pass in for Del Monte, who returns a favour. And just lacked a finish from the All Whites defender Tim Myers. Doesn't trouble Adam Highfield, but plenty to admire about the build-up. 34th minute. Tristan Prattley drills this one into the near post. It's just a yard or two out of reach of Milos Nikolic. He would find some degree of satisfaction from that position just 6 minutes from this incident. 37 minutes in, Ryan De Vries does all the hard work taking on Ken Yamamoto, and then this dreadful shot. First step over, leaves Waitakere lost. Yamamoto's unable to shut him down, but leaning back and off balance. Ryan De Vries has miscued utterly. Then 5 minutes before half-time, the corner goes to the far post from Chad Coombs. Look at Jake Butler just breaking away from Julian Collett. First touch was good, the second was even better. And Milos Nikolic, he doesn't miss those, not from that range. Again, it's a good corner, read well by Jake Butler. There's that first touch. The second through that corridor of defenders and strikers. And Nikolic isn't marked either. That's something for Canterbury to look at a little bit more closely at half-time. Wonderful football for you this afternoon from Fred Taylor in Whenuapai. And we can take a look at the highlights of the second half. That was a corner that went to the far post and just eluded Julian Collett. Dan Terrace was also there and was only inches away. This long ball from Terrace just cut inside Tristan Prattley, and then White with the shot come cross. I tell you what, if that was just a couple of inches to the right, that may have had Danny Robinson in more trouble than he already was. Clever little ball in by Del Monte. The shot from the substitute Milos Nikolic was taken first time on his left foot. He might have taken another touch. In this opportunity now from Ashley Wellborn, he got in. Now that was deemed a corner in the wash-up. It was a good ball in from Clapham. And then Wellborn kept things going, showed good turn of pace. Brian Shelley was in trouble, but I don't think that took a touch off the Irish defender. May have just gone underneath his legs, in fact. Then from this resulting corner, punch from Danny Robinson. Canterbury were having a very good spell at this stage, but the Waitakere keeper wasn't to be beaten on this particular set piece. Single fist punch did just enough to clear his lines. Then Russell Camo, well, it looked as though Camo might get shut down here by Caneen. They just gave him that extra yard. He was able to calibrate the shot and beats Danny Robinson. 2-1 for Canterbury United. 18 minutes left to play, and this anxious moment for Adam Highfield. The shot from Jake Butler took a deflection off Aaron Clapham, and Highfield was forced into the one-handed save as the ball tried to dip underneath that crossbar. Not the easiest of shots to deal with for the Canterbury goalkeeper, but he did ever so well. And there's a great angle to witness that piece of skill from. 8 minutes left to go. Jack Begley managed to get this across, and look at Milos Nikolic. The first touch wasn't great. The second, he did just enough to get it on target, but Adam Highfield had to produce a pretty sharp save down to his left. Ball just seemed to get tangled up. Maybe Nikolic didn't expect it to come at that height, but the veteran goalkeeper saves the day for Canterbury. No power on it, but it was heading in the right direction, that bottom left corner. But the positioning of Highfield was perfect. Look at that. Look at that. He only just managed to get a hand right on top of the ball. Hard lines for Nikolic. Then with a minute to go, it was game over. Or so we thought. Russell Kamo made it 3-1 with a goal in a similar position to his first. Canterbury, of course, were down to, Waitakere were down to 10 players at this point, with Daniel Jones having been red carded earlier. And while we all thought that Waitakere might have been out of the game, this moment is one that Louis Bush would rather forget. Completely and utterly miscued his clearance. Came off the shin pad, it looks like. Adam Highfield was already coming to collect, and the ball ends up in the back of Canterbury's net. 3-2. It's Jack Begley who clipped the ball over the top. He was looking for Ryan De Vries. Louis Bush got there, and whoop, Adam Highfield beaten. And Waitakere United, after 14 games in the ASB Premiership, have lost their undefeated record. And we can join our sideline reporter who was with Waitakere United coach.
How was the game?
Oh, we're disappointed, obviously. After all the unbeaten run, and and the work that's been going on here at the club, not just on the field and off the field as well, with the board and the new vision, and where we're sort of trying to take this team from a professional point of view. It's very disappointing, but it's difficult to keep players up for a whole season. But I'm pleased it's come now, and certainly not in next week or the week after, when it really counts, obviously, in the playoffs.
How does today's performance affect you going forward?
Oh, hopefully it's going to be some very strong reminders to the players. That you can't be complacent. You can't just come out and expect to win. You've got to come out and earn the right to win. So we'll just see how the week goes, and we're looking forward to the semi-finals, obviously home and away down in Hawke's Bay, and I'm sure the boys will bounce back.
Thank you.
So clearly a disappointed man, Paul Marshall. It's the first defeat in 16 for him. It's the first time he's tasted defeat as the coach of Waitakere United.
How was the game?
It was a good, tough game. Waitakere had a very good side, and we knew we had to be our best to win the game today, or to get anything out of the game. And I thought the team's performance was excellent for us. Everybody worked hard, battled away, and Russell came out, took his chances, and that was the difference.
What were the highlights of the match?
Well, I thought our back four handled Waitakere's attacking force really well, because in the past we've really struggled against them. And as I say, going forward, I thought we looked dangerous every time we went forward. But overall, it was a good game of football. I think the spectators watching in the crowd would have enjoyed it.
How does this affect the team going forward?
Well, we'll just carry on. Obviously, we prepare ourselves for the playoffs next week. We've got Auckland City, which will be an even equally as difficult game to play against. So we'll go and work hard in training this week and get ourselves ready. We won't get carried away. We've won a game against Waitakere, 3 points, but at the end of the day, we've got to get focused for Auckland City next week.
Sounds like a tough end. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, plenty of perspective there from Keith Braithwaite. Obviously happy to take the points, but also well aware that next week the serious stuff begins when the knockout stage commences with a game against Auckland City. So confirmation that Waitakere have been beaten 3-2 by Canterbury here at Fred Taylor Park. It's been a pleasure bringing the action to you this afternoon. We look forward to seeing you next time.